This conference will now be recorded.
Hello, I wanted to give you an overview of the Supersite for either Vistas or Promenade. Even though the titles are different, the Supersite will work the same way. Once you've created an account, you'll have the opportunity to redeem a code. If you haven't done so yet, you can do that by clicking on Redeem a Code. Once you've redeemed the code, if you haven't already enrolled in a class, you need to enroll in a class. You cannot do work and have it graded without being enrolled in the class. You'll do that by choosing the title of the book, clicking on the down arrow, and you will see all the courses that are listed for your campus. If you haven't already selected your campus, you can do that by doing Edit Schools and search for Community College of Baltimore County. Once you've enrolled in your course, each time you get into your account, you will click on the textbook. It will take you to your course, and here you will come to your dashboard. Your dashboard will have any work that's due that has already been assigned. If you have any late work, there'll be a second tab that says overdue work. By clicking the start button, it will take you straight into the assignment. Make sure that you have your sound on because you will have some activities with sound. You'll work your way through the homework and then click next activity until you're complete. When you are done with doing that day's activities, you can click return to dashboard. If you have any notifications from your instructor, they will appear here. This could be work that's been graded, questions they may have for you, answers they have provided. You'll also see announcements here. Announcements might be something the professor has been telling you regarding when homework is due or a particular point they want to make sure you pay attention to. By clicking back on the title, it will take you straight back to the dashboard. Although this is the main spot and the Supersite for you to access your homework, there are some other ways to access it as well. By going to the calendar, you will be brought to a calendar of the course. This course starts in February, and you can see that we have the first week of homework has been assigned. I can see that it will take me about 40 minutes for the first day, an hour and 20 minutes for the second day, and 50 minutes on the third day. By clicking on the link, it will take me straight to the assignments, and I can start working through. Again, when I want to go back to the dashboard, I can click on the Vistas book, or I can go back to the calendar. You can also view all of the activities through content. So by going to content activities, it will take you to the full book with content. You can change the lessons by clicking up here. It will follow the same table of contents that you have in your textbook. And you will notice that it will take you to assigned only by default. By clicking on all activities, you will be able to access every activity in the textbook or in the Supersite. Any activities with a mouse next to it means that that activity appears both in the book, the paper book that you have, or the virtual text that you have, as well as the Supersite. Any activities that don't have the mouse next to it are activities that appear only in the Supersite. Even though these assignments haven't been assigned, you can still complete them. They will show up for your professor as work that you have done, but they will not count for or against your grade. They're extra activities. You'll also see that we have a tab called Assessment. So if you are going to be taking some online assessments, they would appear here. They are going to go live as scheduled by your instructor and not before. If you've completed them, you can look at completed grades here. You'll also see that we have resources. The standard resources are just the lab audios and textbook audios. However, your professor may also give you resources such as grammar slides or infographic activities they want you to download. So you can check here by clicking on it. You can also download these to your desktop. We also have vocabulary tools. These are built in with all the vocabulary in the lessons, and they give you an opportunity to practice with them. So once you open it up, you will see that you can select all of the vocabulary, or if there's just one particular area that you're trying to practice, you can click on that. You also have the ability to add words. So if words have come up in class that you didn't know, you can add them here by putting the word and adding the definition. Once you have your list of words, which by the way, you can also print, you can also play with the flashcards to practice. So by hitting start, you will see the word. You can also listen to the word.
El pasajero.
By clicking
La pasajera.
the arrow, you can determine whether or not you knew it. If you knew it, it will no longer show up in your cycle of flashcards. If you clicked I did not know, it will continue to show up in your practice. We also have two options for viewing the textbook. The vText is an interactive textbook. It can be viewed from your browser, either on your mobile device or on your desktop. You can work throughout the book by clicking on the arrow. It'll give you the table of contents. Choose which area you want to look at. And now you can see this. You can tell that this is also on the Supersite by the little icon, and by hovering over it, I can see that there's a video for me to view, and by clicking on it, it will take me straight to the video. In order to go back to vText, once you've clicked away, you need to go back to the browser window where the vText is housed. So it will open up in a new window, and it's important to know that you need to toggle between those two windows. You can also see here that there is more information about where you can find these activities that are related to it in the textbook or online. You can also download an ebook. The ebook is not interactive, but it will work with your Kindle or any other e-reader app that you have on your phone or your mobile device. All right, we've looked at the calendar. Once you have some grades, you're going to see them here. You'll click on Gradebook and it will give you an overview of how you're doing in the class, including the time spent that you've done, how you've done on the different categories, and how many you've submitted, whether they were on time, late, accepted late, and unsubmitted. So the unsubmitted activities are any homework assignments you haven't completed. You can then go in and look more closely at the whole list of assignments that have been assigned and turned in and see exactly how you've performed on those, how much time it's taken you to do them, how many points were possible, how many attempts you took to do them, and when they're due. You can also look at this more closely by due date if you like, or by lesson. You can also determine which activities you want to look at and which categories. Any unassigned work that you've completed will turn up here as well. So you can certainly look at how you're doing. If you wanted to show this to your professor, they will be able to see this as well. If you have any help requests that you filed with your professor, they would show here for you. And then again, any communication, if there are announcements from your instructor, any notifications for grading, and then if your instructor has assigned any forums, you will find them here as well. By clicking on Vistas, you go back to your dashboard. If you need help, we have a great help resource for your to support you in the Supersite. You can go to the main help page, and this is where you can read articles. For instance, what do you need to have on your computer to work? If you have problems, you can submit a request here. So if you're experiencing something unexpected, you can just add in your email, describe the problem, and at the very end, you'll have the opportunity to upload any screenshots if you need, and submit that, and tech support will get in touch with you. I've also shared with your instructor a phone number for student tech support that you can use as well. You'll also see how-to videos. These are a great resource for quickly learning how to create an account, enroll in a Supersite course, how to make best use of the Supersite, how to do the live chat, use the V-text, the vocabulary tools, and how to actually do some of your homework as well and track your progress. So you're going to be able to find lots of resources under the help videos. We also have a user guide here, and if you have submitted any support requests, you're going to see them listed here. You can see which ones are still open and how they are if they are closed. Your professor will also see this. So if you email tech support with a problem, this will show up in your professor's page as well, so you will be able to show to them that you did try to get help if you are unsuccessful in submitting your homework. All right, once you're done, you can log out. Good luck this semester, and hope that you have a wonderful semester.